So last week, Mediaite got hold of a letter from Fordham University President Joseph McShane, yeah, that guy, to his students condemning their college Republicans for asking Ann Coulter to speak on his campus. You know, because she's Satan. He said her rhetoric is needlessly provocative, something you never see on a college campus. Apparently, he's never set foot into his actual classrooms. You want needless rhetoric? Try talking to one of the tenured Marxists on faculty. Actually, that's noxious rhetoric. But Joe's not the bad guy. He's just predictable. I'm kind of ticked at the college Republicans who apologized and rescinded the invitation to Ann. Wusses. You never appease those who want to destroy you, even when they bully you. So in the bastion of free expression, a student group was cowed into pathetic retreat, a show of liberal intolerance that closes the book on debate. Speaking of which, what a great time for my book, The Joy of Hate, to come out, for it reveals the ultimate lie of the tolerant left. I call them the tolerotic, tools who pretend to be tolerant until they actually meet a conservative. It's why Coulter gets thrown off campus while assorted left-wing haters still parade in. So congrats to the college Republicans. Fordham and his president is proud of you. Me, not so much, which is why I'm sending my book to you. Perhaps in the spirit of free expression, you can burn it.
Now, can you explain to us this thing you just brought out here on the stage?
This is the bus. This is the bus.
They're actually putting a bus that size with you in it?
Yes, I can
actually.
Not
that size.
You making a high joke about me getting into this bus is rather rich.
It is rich.
Yes.
That is rich.
But no, this will be going down the Gulf Coast from November 28th to December 1st, starting in Florida and going all the way.
Really?
Do you feel like you've just given birth to a book?
If I knew what it was like to give birth to anything, I could answer that question. But yes, it takes about 9 months. There's a lot of pain.
Yep.
You are often throwing up in the morning.
Excitement.
Yes, there's a lot of excitement.
Although you would have been one of those mothers that drank during her pregnancy, because in your book you actually say that it took a lot of alcohol and prescription meds to get through it.
I wrote this book in a bar. You
know, this is exactly the kind of bus that rock groups carry around the country in, where they do lots of drinking, lots of drugs.
But that won't happen here, because I'll be meeting lots of excellent Americans who want to read my book and get a signed copy.
Do they do this for other authors?
Can I be the first to shake your hand? I read part of the book. It's fantastic.
Thank you.
Get it. I also read the back part there where you kind of mentioned us a little bit, but could you spare the words? Could you add a little bowling in there?
Did they not have a picture? Did they have a picture of you?
I mentioned you in the back.
Yeah, I know.
Did they have a picture of you there?
225.
He knows where it's mentioned.
Greg, you didn't put his picture in it.
No, I thanked everybody.
And by the way,
Bob, Eric, Kimberly, Juan, and Andrea, and I mentioned Dana and Dana's husband because, well, Dana.
Did you mention my dog?
No, I didn't.
You forgot Jasper?
I forgot.
What is your favorite story that you tell in the book? What's your favorite anecdote?
I have to say, there's a whole chapter on pop culture and about rock music and how rock stars pretend to be edgy and rebellious when in fact they're not. They have almost the same political temperament across the board. They won't let their music be played at Republican rallies. They throw a fit. But they're supposed to be rebellious, but they're not, because they still kiss power's butt. Look at the way they flock to Obama. The real rebellion are the people who rebel against rebellion. The people who actually look at people who pretend to be edgy and actually say, I don't need to do that.
Let me just say this. This book was directly pointed at my crowd, and I will say, having read it, you'll actually enjoy reading it, folks, if you...
I don't think so. I thought that it had a broader base. It's the fake outrage that drives you crazy from both sides.
But most of it was centered on the left.
But it's not about you, Bob.
You would get into Fordham. You should go to Fordham. The difference between you and Coulter is your book tells the truth and actually can be supported with facts.
No, but
that's why I think
Greg addresses this in his book. Liberals talk about free speech and diversity and a marketplace of ideas on college campuses, yet they ban someone for their marketplace of ideas.
No,
and also, a good point, Greg, you bring up is you can be anything you want except for a conservative woman. Then they can go after you.
I wouldn't include yourself. You're conservative. Dana's conservative. A lot of conservative women who are wonderful and smart and excellent. Ann Coulter ain't one of them.
Oh, come on.
I heard your interview this morning. By the way, how are you handling all this extra fame? It's crazy.
I can't walk down the street without getting mobbed. People outside throwing or mugged. Yes.
I think they left. No, your description of Christianity versus the treatment of Christianity tolerance versus Islam.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, well, the fact is you can say just about anything you want. You can put on plays to mock Christianity or Mormonism, but the media is too smart to do that to Islam because they watch people die.
When you walk down the street, you must feel like a Chinaman walking in an NBA rally.
Oh, my gosh.
Chinese guy, Chinese
Thank
person.
you for putting this
Chinese
on.
person.
Thank
Chinese
you for putting
person,
this on.
a Chinese person, I'm sorry.
He's the tallest midget. Okay, listen. Let me ask you something.
Yes.
The book was dedicated to
Andrew Breitbart.
Right.
Yes, he was a very close friend of mine. He inspired me. He was a guy that was what I would call a happy warrior. You could fight back and forth, but you always had a sense of humor about it, and you never took yourself too seriously. And that's what this book is about: is not getting angry, just trying to be honest.
You're going to sell a gazillion copies of this, and
Speaking
you deserve
of honesty, you're going to the villages.
Yes.
And I just want to know if anything crazy happens on that bus.
I
want to see the photo.
I've heard some wild stuff happen in the villages.
Hey,
I frankly can't wait.
I've got some extra prescription drugs that you might want to sell down there while you're there.
And you're going to the Reagan Library, which is so cool. I mean, you've got it. This is great. Congratulations.
Oh, thank you. All right.
Yeah, you deserve it.
Congratulations.
Stop it.
All we had to listen to you talk about it.
Oh, he's
You deserve it.
blushing.
All right. Coming up, something so amazing that we actually